And it comes out to the 25-yard line.
And the drive begins here with Sims. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 11.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Draw play to Sims. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go. Do it. 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You got 3 down.
Mayfield looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch that. Run. Pick the edge. Go.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike. Smooth. Hey, check. Check 3. Check 3. Alert.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. For left side, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check 26, check 26. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Check the backer, check the backer. Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Sims. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Allen to throw it. Try to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Allen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
180! 49! I'm scared. Tight dog.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mayfield. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
He's coming. We got double up. What's that?
3rd and long for Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Let's go!
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Mike 51. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now Allen. Open man here, Sims complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Mike 50. That's 10. Yeah. SOS. On 52. SOS.
On the draw, this is Sims. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
51's the money. I got one. Share. Bullshit. 5 wide. 51. Hey, echo.
Now Allen. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Devin White drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Your trick is here, baby. Your trick is here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Regular. Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense. Check 37. Run.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can...
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Ed Oliver coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, box truck.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Good. 180. Real. Hey, Zoo. What's that? 49.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He finds his man Johnson. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, alert 33. Hurry. Get him, you got it. 40. Point it right. Done. What's that?
from the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Regular. Sponge.
They'll go to Barkley again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
He's checking. Pilot, 64, weak. Watch twins.
On 1st down, Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Protein spill.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
What's that? Mike, 55. Check. What's that?
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. To throw, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Sims trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He can't hang. Run. Shoot. Point it right. Switch. 22-jet bomber.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
180! Mike, 49. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's big. Hey, alert! Up, Cut.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bradley. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Ring it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 9, Allen, he's going to sling it, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Set, 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it. He's coming.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Hey, exit.
Mayfield down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
White now to return. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, D. Middle. Don't be alone.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Slipped one tackle, but no more, as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Allen going to throw, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. To the air, Allen. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
A 50-yard attempt.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlep Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
Hey, on 133, regular. Bravo. Kings.
And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Here's Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about